No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gonna sling it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Boston. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Man, awesome job. You see a guy, extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great move.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Snagged in the middle. It's Soto. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
And the Hoosiers have this offense rolling. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's got him wide open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they have the first points of the game.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. handoff. It's LaBelle. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely important.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Off-play action on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those 2 guys able to link up.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll try the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you
turning it on! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. On the ground, it's LaBelle. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep him honest, take him chunk by chunk.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
How about the ball carrier on that explosive play? Backed up inside his own 10-yard line, and he's running out in the open field, making people miss, and finally giving his offense some room to operate, really get this drive going.
The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
All the way out across the 45-yard line, mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the...
It's it's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds him out of the backfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Line getting set on 2nd down. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Hoosiers! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The sweet feet buy a little time. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Going to the run, it's busted. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Musty. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Grabs it up to 25-inch stride. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Now from inside the red zone. Pressure coming. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the marker, it's LaBelle. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Extra point here will tie the game. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
After that latest answer ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. defense comes out ready to go. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
To the air on second down. Going right and going deep. And it's his fourth interception of the game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's LaBelle. Bust through behind his pad. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's LaBelle. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes a handoff. It's LaBelle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
He had a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurt them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Iowa! They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. He'll throw on third down. That's caught. It's busted. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up.
He's got it. First down and more.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He spins that thing down the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He's taking the shot. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop.
And he throws another interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
this is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going with the ground game left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Looking for room at the 40. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays. If you...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.